It was gratifying to Chuck for us to get our butts beat like that because now we had to listen to him.
From then on, he had a way of just saying, you could lose.
They were killing us.
We were not into it, and we paid for it.
I came down.
The 1992 Dream Team is in the discussion of being the greatest basketball team ever assembled. But before the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona, FIBA prevented NBA players from participating in Olympics. It was in the 1989 voted to change the rule, and with a vote of 56-13, in which set the path to create the Dream Team. The NBA was at its peak of its popularity around this time. Michael Jordan was emerging to stardom along with other basketball legends, Larry Bird and Charles Barkley. But before the 1992 Olympics, the USA basketball suffered its worst finish at the Olympics Games in 1988, when they were defeated by the Soviet Union in the semifinals. The USA finished bronze that year. Now let's get into some unknown events that occurred with the 1992 Dream Team. The Dream Team was defeated by a college team during practice.
I found out today I might be picking up magic a little bit full court, so things are just happening for me. It really makes me happy.
To help the team prepare for the Olympics, a squad of the best NCAA college players were formed to scrimmage them. The USA basketball selected players whose style of play would resemble that of the Europeans the Dream Team would face. Members included Bobby Harley, Grant Hill, Penny Hardaway, Allen Houston, Chris Webber, and Eric Montrose. Coach Chuck Daly was the coach of the USA team, and he was the head coach of the Detroit Pistons of the Bad Boys Piston era. In a practice match between the Dream Team and the college team, he sat Jordan out for most of the game and refused to make adjustments.
Then I noticed that Michael Jordan's not playing.
He wanted to see what the team could do if Jordan had to sit out the actual game against the Europeans. The college team deserves their share of credit because they weren't scared of their opponents at all.
And before you realize it, the select team was beating us by 10.
We didn't know how to play with each other. We didn't want to step on anybody's toes or hurt any egos. So these young kids, they were killing us.
We were not into it, and we paid for it.
They were able to put pressure on the Dream Team through lockdown defense in the clutch. The Dream Team lost to the college players 62-54.
The game ended and we were getting ready to let media in. It was erase the scoreboard.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Assistant coach Kay later said that the head coach Daly threw the game to teach the NBA players that they could be beaten. Grant Hill was asked about the scrimmage years later, and he in fact said the first day they blew the Dream Team out of the gym. But on day 2 of scrimmages, Hill stated, "The next day we weren't able to get the ball over half court."
Why we are who we are. We pretty much beat them by 100.
They couldn't score. And by the way, Jordan played a lot more that next scrimmage.
You're sitting on the couch, you're watching and your life is passing you by. You keep procrastinating over and over. Well, no, do it right now. Why are you making it complicated? It's easy.
Shaquille O'Neal was overlooked from the team. The USA basketball left it up to the NBA to make the Dream Team selections. The selection committee decided to include one college player at the time. They looked at a few options that included Alonzo Mourning, Jimmy Jackson, Harold Milner, Christian Laettner, and Shaquille O'Neal.
Every now and then a college player comes along who seizes the attention of NBA brass league-wide. LSU's Shaquille O'Neal is such a player.
Shaquille O'Neal is clearly the bright start of the future. If not a year from now, 3 years from now, he'll be, one of the dominant centers in the NBA, perhaps for the next 15 years.
Leitner won out as his Duke team won 2 NCAA championships, and he was the Naismith College Player of the Year in 1992. Shaq said in an interview, "Christian Leitner was better than me in college. He really was, so I was not going to cry about that. Fundamentally, he was better. He had a bigger impact at Duke than I had at LSU," revealing that he felt rather angry about Leitner going to the games instead of him. Shaq realized it ended up for the better. He also followed up saying, "I was pissed off, I was jealous, but then I had to come to realization that I was more explosive, more of a powerful player."
LSU sophomore Shaquille O'Neal is already being heralded as one of the top centers in the universe.
But Christian Leitner was a little bit more fundamentally sound than I was. Plus, he stayed all 4 years and graduated. I was just thinking it helped him grow as a player. They received hundreds of death threats. When the Dream Team arrived in Barcelona, they were greeted by hundreds and even thousands of fans from the airport all the way to their hotel. Charles Barkley, interviewed by ESPN, stated, "We walked in there and people started coming from everywhere. And what people don't understand, we got death threats. In our hotel, we had to have a picture ID to get in. And we went to the pool on the roof of the hotel. There were 10 guys standing around with Uzis. So it was kind of funny. It was like girl in bikini, dude with Uzi. Girl in bikini, guy with Uzi. People thought we didn't want to stay in the Olympic Village because we wanted to be big shots. But it was because we were getting death threats. They had told us it would be considered great by one of the terrorist groups if they could take out the Dream Team." Barkley also mentioned how the team bus was guarded by 2 Uzi-toting policemen on motorcycles, one on either side of the bus, along with police cars in front and behind, and a helicopter hovering overhead as the players traveled each day to the arena in Barcelona. Fans lining the entire route to wave and take pictures. Despite that claim, Barkley walked around the city alone. When asked where his bodyguards were, he held up his fist and answered, "This is my security." That right there lets you know what kind of guy Charles is. Team Jordan versus Team Mike.
Best game I ever played in. Best game I ever played in the sense that no coaching, and you had 10 Hall of Famers playing against each other.
The documentary, The Last Dance, brought the light to the competitive practice sessions the Dream Team had. One in particular practice was stated that the greatest game nobody saw. It was the practice game that quickly became the clash between Team Jordan and Team Magic. The white team consisted of Jordan, Karl Malone, Scottie Pippen, Patrick Ewing, and Larry Bird. The blue team was Magic, Charles Barkley, David Robinson, Chris Mullin, and Christian Leitner. Initially, Magic team took a 7-0 lead. When Jordan got a call, Magic would yell, "They just moved Chicago Stadium to Monte Carlo," implying that the Bulls get favored treatment at home games.
His energy is real high. He feels like he's in an opportunity to prove himself. And showcase that, hey, look, I'm still Magic Johnson. I still dominate this game.
The lead then went to 16-7. Magic, trash talking again, yelled, "The Jordanaires are down." That was a sarcastic term applied to the Bulls, insulting that it was all about Mike.
We could see in Monte Carlo that it was gravitating towards, okay, Michael and Magic.
After Magic's slip-up, the white team began a comeback. The lead shrunk to 20-13, then 20-17. Then white took the lead, 21-20. The final score was 40-36 in favor of Team Jordan. Jordan would not let Magic live it down.
How you like that ass kicking we gave y'all? No. Come on now. Well, y'all got the first quarter practice.
After the game, he was heard singing "Be Like Mike" repeatedly. Jordan went on to say that the scrimmage was the best game he ever played. He recalls, "It was the best game I was ever in because the gym was locked and it was just about basketball. You saw a lot of players' DNA and how much the guys want to win." The 92 lasting legacy changed the game forever. They managed to bring international basketball to a wider audience. They have even changed the way that international basketball is viewed and played. International basketball has gotten way more competitive, which was helped in revolutionizing the game and even the way the NBA is played today. In 2009, the team was selected to the USA Olympic and Paralympic Hall of Fame. The following year, the team was elected Pro Basketball of Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gold medal winning 1992 U.S. Olympic Dream Team.
Barkley later said, "I don't think there's anything better to represent your country. I don't think anything in my life can come close to that." Bird called the medal ceremony the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner, the ultimate experience. Johnson said the '92 Dream Team was the greatest moment of his life in terms of basketball. Jordan said the biggest benefit from the Olympics that he learned more about his teammates' weaknesses. He later defeated Barkley, Malone, and Stockton in 3 NBA finals. I would have loved to have been alive when Mike was playing because his competitiveness and drive is unbearable. On opening day of the 91 and 92 season, NBA roster included 23 international players from 18 countries. At the start of the 2011 and 12 season, there were 74 players from 35 countries. Many international players credit the Dream Team as their inspiration to take up basketball. Kobe and LeBron said they believed their 2012 Olympic team will win against the Dream Team. Bryant said they were a lot older at the end of their careers. We have a bunch of young guys that are eager to compete. Barkley said that he just started laughing upon hearing Bryant's comment and said that the Dream Team would win by double digits. Jordan added, "For Bryant to compare those two teams is not one of the smartest things he ever could have done. Remember now, they learned from us. We didn't learn from them." What do you have to say about that? I would love to hear in the comments below.